Hello, in this video you will use the long division method to simplify polynomial expressions. As you can see in this slide, I have three different ways that this problem could be given to you. One of them could be the problem is given to you in one line. The problem could be given to you as a fraction, or the problem could be given to you in all division form. And here are the parts of the division, which are color coded to denote what the orange and the green are. So the green in any of the forms is the divisor, the orange is the dividend in any of the forms. So in order for us to use the long division, let me write the problem in all division form. So I'm going to put x plus 10 in the divisor, and I will be putting 6x squared plus 68x plus 80 under the division symbol, which is the dividend. Once we do that, the first step is to identify on the divisor which term has the biggest exponent. If there's only one letter, then that would be it. And on this one, the one with the biggest exponent is the exponent of 2. Okay, now the next step is how many times does this 1x go into 6x squared? In other words, what do I need to multiply x by to get x squared? I need to multiply times x. Also, remember that if you see the letter by itself, there's a 1 there. What do I need to multiply that 1 to get 6? And I would have to multiply times 6. So in order to go from 1x to 6x squared, I will be multiplying times 6x. Now there are two terms on the outside. That means I will write the number on the second term. So here would be 6x. Also, if you look at the column where I put the 6x, right here, all the numbers will have an exponent of 1. Okay. Now let's multiply the 6x times both the 1x and the 10 in order to perform the next step. So 1x times 6x is 6x squared. 6x times 10 is 60x. We will be subtracting those, but because there are two terms, I will be putting a parenthesis around them. That means that both of them are going to become negative. So we have inside, we have 6x squared. We will be changing the sign to a negative, and the 60x will also be changing the sign to a negative. As soon as I do that, the negative on the outside will become a positive. Now all we have to do is subtract. I will be starting with this column. 6x squared minus 6x squared is 0. Followed by the next column. 68x minus 60x would give me 8x. At this point, we will be using the same steps that we use whenever we use the old division form. We will bring down the 80, so plus 80. Now I'm trying to determine which number do I multiply times 1x so that I can get 8x. 1 times 8 would give me 8. X times, I don't need to multiply times anything. I already have x, so I will be putting that I only need to multiply times 8. And as soon as I do that, I have to multiply this 8 times the divisor. Let's start with 1x times 8 is 8x. 10 times 8 is 80. I will be subtracting, so I will put the parentheses on the outside. And this is a negative. The numbers inside change sign. This becomes a plus, and I will be subtracting. 8x minus 8x is 0. 80 minus 80 is 0. And our answer would be the quotient. So this would be our answer.